actually got me started in comedy. She bought me stand-up classes for Christmas. She must have really hated my jokes. But, changed my life. So I want to do something special for her. I want to get her something that was meaningful, something I thought she needed, and something that would ultimately bring us closer together as a couple. So I got her blowjob classes for my birthday. And that's the gift that keeps on giving. Once a year. On my birthday. When it falls on a Saturday. After I cook dinner, do the dishes, fold the laundry, and take a shower. Right? Somebody agrees. But wife wasn't very enthusiastic about her gift, which really wasn't a surprise because lack of enthusiasm is why I bought her the classes in the first place. But I love my wife. Like I said, recently we celebrated our 14th anniversary. Thank you. Now things have changed a lot because we met out of line a long time ago and wasn't as accepted as it is today. People kept telling me things like, that's weird, that's dangerous, that's not what Ancestry.com is for. I don't know. I saw a lot of my mother and her, so. But we got a lot in common. For one, we're both short. So you know all those cool rides at Cedar Point? I can't get them. It's always so embarrassing when you're waiting in line for that brand new roller coaster. After a while, you finally get to the front, some pimply-faced kid pulls out the candy cane of shame. And then says something stupid like, sorry sir, maybe next year. Maybe next year? I'm 43. I don't foresee a growth spurt in my future. You know what? Fuck that dude for not respecting that I identify as somebody who's 6'2". How dare he assume my height? Another thing my wife and I have in common is we both think about poverty. We're both teachers. Now, if you haven't heard, we have a teacher shortage in the state of Michigan. College kids are pursuing education, teachers are leaving for better paying jobs, and those that are staying, they've got to pick a part-time job in order to support their career. Even I dabble. You can probably tell this is not the first stage I've been on. Stripping was tough. And you're probably looking at me up here and thinking, oh, this guy probably made a ton of money. You'd be wrong. I did not make a lot of money, but I did get a lot of laughs. Apparently size does matter. Turns out I have my own candy cane of shame. Anybody got a sweet tooth? No? I'll try to pull it out. But, like I said, I've been teaching for a while now. Teaching for 15 years. I've seen the future, folks. We're fucked. As a teacher, I think it's important to set high standards, which I find is the perfect way to always be disappointed. For example, I've got seniors in high school that don't know how many states we have. Worse, this is a question I received earlier this year. Mr. Cesaro, why don't they just move to Alaska? Now, as a great teacher, I know I've got to be patient, I've got to be positive, and I have to be professional at all times. So when I get stupid-ass questions like this, I tend to do this thing. I walk over, I bend down, I look at that kid right in the eyes, and I say, hey, buddy, it's landed stuck there. They can't move it. I want you to know that I appreciate you. I want you to know that there's no such thing as a stupid question. This asshole that points to the map on the wall and says, well, then how'd they get all the other states lined up perfectly like that? Listen, buddy, that's kind of a stupid question. And I'm starting to think that your mom probably wishes she would have swallowed you. It's not all bad, though. Sometimes these kids surprise you. Like earlier this year, after a lady asked the kid to put his cell phone away and do his work, this kid stands up, walks in the front of the class and says, fuck you, Mr. Cesaro. I was shocked. It was the first time that student had ever addressed me as Mr. be respected. Sometimes the kids get real close to you after a while, start talking about things that, they probably shouldn't. Things like, mom got a boob job, dad's cheating on mom with a babysitter. Some things that I don't really need to know. It sounds to me like that mom could use a shoulder to cry on. And I'm always looking for a good babysitter. I've had a lot of crazy days in my 15 years. Craziest one I had to confiscate a penis pump that a student brought to school. Right? Crazy. Now listen, normally I wouldn't put my penis where another man's is better. But those things are expensive and I'm living off a teacher's salary. I think everybody learned a lesson that day. That student learned that he shouldn't bring inappropriate things to school. And I learned that the results, they're not permanent. And just because you can put your penis and your balls into the tube, doesn't mean you should. A lot of crazy days. Any teachers here tonight? One? Teacher shortage, okay? You get it. People outside of education, they don't really understand what it's like. Had a guy come up to me after a show a couple months ago and say, you're right, these kids, they're not the brightest, but they're really good with technology. And to that I say bullshit. Because earlier this year, a student sent me a 5-paragraph essay in the subject line of the email. Hey buddy, what the fuck is wrong with you? These kids aren't good with technology, they're good with TikTok and Snapchat and finding porn. Kids can't do research, but if you ask about videos of naked midgets popping balloons with their nipple tassels, they could write you a thesis. And they'd send it in the subject line of an email. I'm actually kind of jealous of these kids today. They have access to porn 24/7. Do you remember what we used to do for porn when we were younger? I was having to search for it. But we did it in the woods. How many of us used to sneak downstairs in the middle of the night, watch the Scrambled Playboy channel on the off chance you might see a nipple? I don't know about you, but I was always stealing my mom's Sears catalog, which probably explains my fetish for cone-shaped bras and white cotton panties pulled up with a belly button. I find it very comfortable. Listen, these kids are a mess, but I don't blame them. I blame you. You assholes are raising assholes. Take parent-teacher conferences. The parents I really need to talk to? Those with the face tattoos? They don't show up. But I make it a point to meet with each and every one of my students' parents. Earlier this year, I had a mom that was dodging me. She wouldn't return my phone calls. She wouldn't respond to my emails. So finally, I decided to track her down to her work, which just so happened to be a strip club. 6 beers and 2 hours later, I was finally able to sit down and have a nice long talk with this mom. In the champagne room. For at least 4 or 5 songs. And in the end, because I'm committed to that student, and because I truly value open lines of communication with parents, I continue to meet with that mom every payday for the last 5 months. All right, folks, my name is Mike Slow.
It takes me too long to get up here and pick that random, Brian. You gotta give me a longer notice. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? She's the only lady that doesn't regret coming out tonight. I like that, thank you. How you guys doing? My name's Amin. I'm from Dearborn. I don't know if you guys, he's familiar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dearborn. It's the city with the highest concentration of lined up beards and waxed eyebrows in the country. They sent me out here. I know you guys are thinking, this guy looks like he runs his dad's gas station. that's bullshit. Like, I don't like that you guys assume that I don't run my dad's gas station. I run his hookah lounge. Hookah lounges in Grand Rapids. I'm gonna be the first to open a hookah lounge in Grand Rapids. Guys, you're gonna see a hookah lounge down the street too. My mom's trying to get me to marry my cousin overseas. It's like an Arab thing. Like Muslims do that. You know, they just marry their cousins. They're from southern Iraq, so it's like similar to the south here, I guess. She was like, she's got a great personality, you know, you gotta meet her. She's showing me pictures. And I never thought about it. She showed me the pictures. I was like, damn, she's got the roundest, juiciest personality. You're right. Now I'm thinking about it. Thinking about marrying my cousin overseas. I would fuck my cousin. I know you like, everyone got that one cousin. I know you one cousin. You got that one cousin.
Just that one.
Just that, don't touch yourself, dude. It's legal. In like 12 states. Can you imagine you're like driving, she's sitting shotgun? She reaches over for your dick, you're like, yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it, we're still in Illinois. I was at the gym earlier today, and my workout was just taking way too long. It was just packed, and it started bothering me. I was like, yo, I gotta speed this thing up. How can I do this? You know, and there was this girl on one of the machines that I was trying to use. I was waiting on it, so I walked up to the machine and I just started staring at her, and it worked. It worked. She got right off. Like, I don't use my creepiness to look at asses. I use it for efficiency. And it happened for me, guys. Like, she got off and I was in and out. You know, and I use it like I use that strategy for machines that I don't even need. Like, I can't squat. Well, my friend was with me the other day. He's like, yo, I'm trying to use the squat rack. There's a girl on the squat rack. I was like, I'll take it from here, dude. So I went over, I was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, oh, I'm good, you know. Like, you know, asking me a question right now. I was like, are you using this? She's like, yeah, I'm using this. I was like, oh shit, that's cool. Oh, okay. And she ran off. And my guy got the squat. Like, it's a viable strategy is what I'm saying, guys. Jesus Christ. You look like you go to the gym, bro. Use it, dude. Use it. You utilize my strategies. I got you. Just don't, you know what's going on? Are you guys friends here? All three of you? Are you guys dating, you two? You're just a third wheel in this situation? Trying to weasel your way into a threesome? You can tell me, dude. Cover your faces. It's not working out for you? Okay. Let's see, I can swoop in and try something before now. Guys, I know you guys see me up pretty limp up here, but I get around in a wheelchair. I'm a hybrid. And it's tough being in a wheelchair. Like, it's tough to approach women when you're in a wheelchair. Not for the reasons you think, like, it's because they always think you're just trying to get by. You know, like, I locked eyes with this girl at the club the other day. I was like, I'm gonna roll over there and talk to her. You know, she gave me all the right signs. I started rolling over. She started tapping people's shoulders and clearing the way for me. I was like, fuck this, man. I'm making myself look stupid. I'm gonna just walk up to her. She can't avoid me then, right? I know what you're thinking, dude. Like, yo, maybe she's just pretending to be courteous and clear the way for you. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to you, right? You can keep that shit to yourself. I'm not interested in that. So I was like, fuck this, man. I just walked up to her, right? She was like, holy shit, how the fuck did you just live? This guy on the outskirts saw this happening. He saw I got a reaction out of this girl. He walked over and he's like, hey, man, is Is this your thing? Come to the club in your wheelchair and stand up, get these girls thinking they triggered some kind of miracle. That's how you stimulate their emotions and take advantage of these women, huh? Is that what you're doing? I was like, yo, keep your fucking voice down, dude. That's exactly what I'm doing. If you would shut the fuck up and have an extra wheelchair at the house, we could be tag teaming these bitches, bro. I was tough in high school. I was like, I just like stayed in the shadows. I didn't want to rile anybody up. I didn't want to make any waves. I was like, let me just chill on my chair, just roll around these hallways in silence, just observe people. Then I got sick of it, man. I was like, fuck this, man. I need some recognition. I can't just be the crippled dude rolling around these hallways. What the fuck? I'm not. I had 4 years here. I gotta leave a legacy. So I was like, all right. And one day, it was gym class. And in gym class, freshman year of high school, like they make everybody take gym class, like even the dudes in the wheelchairs. So I could either like just like watch them play sports or I could fuck up their games. You know, so like one day the teacher decides we're playing soccer. I was like, today I'm playing. And I was trying to make a way. I was trying to like make a name for myself. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play in this game and I'm gonna do something crazy. So I pulled this dude aside, some chunky dude, he had some crust in his eyes. He had a spaghetti sauce stain on his shirt. Point is, this dude could really benefit from some popularity too. You know, he needed to make a way for himself too. You know, he needed. So I pulled him aside and here's what I need you to do, bro. As soon as the teacher blows the whistle, I need you to grab the handlebars from my chair and push me around, put me in a position so that the ball will bounce off of my chair and it'll go into the goal. Right? People are gonna fucking love us. This is gonna be great. We're gonna be famous. He's like, all right, man, I got you. He's locked in. He's loving it. Teacher blows the whistle. He grabs the handlebars to my chair, starts running over everybody's toes and ankles, just really clearing the way. Finally, we get the perfect opportunity. It's a corner kick. I know you guys are looking at me like, yo, this is America. What the fuck's a corner kick? It's wheelchair prime time is what it is. So I see the ball coming. I'm like, yo, whoever's in the way of this ball is fucked, right? Bounces off my chair, rockets into the back of the net. All the newly minted amputees start losing their shit. Everybody's going bananas. They're throwing my chair in the air, chanting my name. I'm like, yo, this is amazing. I'm gonna go back to class. I'm gonna tell my best friend that I just scored a goal in gym class and get my name out there. This is great. So I go back to class. I put my dude to the side. I'm like, bro, I just scored a goal in gym class. Can you fucking believe it? He's like, wow, what a shitty goalie. His crippled best friend just scored a goal in an able-bodied soccer game. He couldn't get less of a buck. I was like, yo, watch your ankles while you're walking through these hallways, bro. I'm trying to fuck, man. I'm out there, and I was talking to my friend the other day, and he was talking about the type of, he was trying to get married, he was telling me about the type. I was like, yo, what are you looking for? He's like, I want a girl that matches my level of intellect. Oh, damn, that's so deep. I wish I had something like that. Because I think about the love that I want. I don't know if you guys listen to rap music. There's you guys, I don't know, this is the crowd that listens to J. Cole. This is a rapper who raps about the type of love that he wants. And in one of his songs, he says, I want that Jada and that Will love, the leave a toothbrush at your crib love, that you ain't gotta wonder whether that's your kid love. They got me thinking, I was like, what kind of love do I want? You know? And I think I found an answer. I want that kiss me on the cheek because you appreciate my handicapped parking spot love. I want that sit on my lap and roll down a hill with me love. And the other day I was on a date with this girl, we were rolling through downtown, she's like, hey, we should do something romantic. I was like, I got something for you. Put her on my lap, we were rolling down this hill, I'm looking at her, I was like, you like this? She was like, oh my God, this is so fun. We got to the bottom of the hill though, we were just sitting there. I didn't have the heart to tell her. I was like, hey, I'm actually, I gotta go back up this hill. I'm pushing back up this hill. so much. Good job.
So Ree is just my nickname because my mother named me Cherie, but my father calls me Sherry. People in hardware stores call me Sir. Now my parents may not have agreed on how to pronounce my name, but the one thing they always agreed on is that they were proud of me, that I was a straight A student, which is the only time my parents ever referred to me as straight. To this day, and I'm married to a man. Now, if you're not following what I'm trying to tell you, I suck dick. Now, my husband, he was my fourth fiance. Unfortunately, my other relationships ended because of cheating. But because my husband is so wonderful, I believe that God has forgiven me. Didn't think it was me, did ya? Pretty sure they didn't see it coming either. And I don't think it's right to say once the cheater, always the cheater. Because now that I'm married, I'm an adulterer.
Oh, shit.
And guys, I get good for myself. I did. My husband's good looking. And everybody likes to remind me of that. We walk into a restaurant together, he says, "Table for two, please." At which point the hostess looks at him and is like, "I'll be right with you." Turns to me, "DoorDash pickup's right over there, sir." I don't even work for DoorDash. Uber Eats carry out same counter. I go to my husband's work events. His colleagues are like, "Oh my God, you're so much fun." That's so cool your brother brings you to these things. Now when that happens, I don't get mad. I just walk right up to my husband, give him a big old kiss on the cheek, move it to the mouth, then start talking about what it was like for us being raised as kids in the South. Then I'm like, crap. This is my husband's work. Probably should not have done that. So I go back and I'm like, "Hey, just so everybody knows, we did have different dads." My husband and I would go on vacation, like to do role playing like we're strangers. My husband says something flirty to me from down the bar, offers to buy me a drink. As I make my way over to him, the bartender leans into my husband. "Sir, I think you've had enough to drink." A few drinks later and a little bit of making out, my husband takes off to the bathroom. Same bartender comes back to me, says, "You know he's married, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do. That's my brother." But I don't care about any of that because this year my husband and I are celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary. Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, it is the crystal anniversary. Like any good wife, I got him a hooker. You want to guess her name? Crystal? No, it's Rita. But for an extra 50, she's in the role playing too. People also ask me, doesn't it get boring being married for so many years? I'm like, how could it be? Just the other day, my husband came up with a new nickname for me. It is SpongeBob SquareAss. Now, I don't know what possessed him to say that to my face. Just like, I don't know what happened to his new PlayStation controller, or the TV remote, or his gas station porn collection. But I feel like you know what I'm talking about there. That made me nervous. But I think we're just about even. People also ask me, how did you meet? And I tell them, we met the old-fashioned way. AOL chat rooms. Tinder of the 90s. It took me 30 minutes to download that dick pic. somehow it made it seem longer. And that's the thing about dick pic guys. It's just like real sex. Often disappointing. And I want to be clear about something else too. Like, I was not like a bait and switch wife. Like, I didn't start off skinny and then just let myself go. I had the courtesy to let myself go years before I met my husband. And no, my husband is not a chubby chaser. This fat girl does not run. As a matter of fact, if you see me running, y'all need to be running, because girl, we're in danger. But my husband is with me because I've got personality and roofies. And whips and chains and clamps and cuffs and one of those Chinese finger devices, and a very soundproof basement. My screen name on AOL was Loves the Scissor. Any other scrapbookers out there? Huh? We met in the Michigan S&M room. Single and mature. And I am glad I met my husband when I did, because they were not all mature. No, give boy 69. I do not want to pee on you while you oink into my belly button. And I am glad to be married because, you know, being single's hard. I have a friend, she's been single a very, very long time. Recently we went to this bar called the Rusty Nail. We're hanging out, we're talking to these guys, playing darts, doing shots. Her and one of them fellas, they took off to the parking lot. She comes back and I'm like, so what happened? And she says, I let him put his rusty nail in my dusty snail. I was like, 2 shots and we're going home. She's like, yay, shots! What kind of shots are we gonna get? I'm thinking tetanus and penicillin. Now when I was single, I, like many women, went through a lesbian phase. Except for I didn't do anything with anyone, just everybody assumed. And for the longest time, the only people asking me out were women. So one day my sister's over helping me practice for softball. You like that one, no? And I asked her, why does everyone think I'm a lesbian? And she's like, I don't know. Your hat, your hair, your shirt, your pants, your shoes, you hang out at Home Depot, you drive a Ford F-150, you follow women's basketball, you cry when they cancel Ellen, you have every Melissa Etheridge album, your favorite comic is Wanda Sykes, you can't lay off rainbows, you still use bar soap, and you have a girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God, we're just friends. But I don't care if I look like a lesbian, obviously. If my hair is a mess, I'm throwing on a ball cap. If I am cold, I'm throwing on a flannel, with or without the wife beater. If I don't feel like bringing my purse, I am bringing a wallet. With a chain, safety first, ladies. Then my husband comes up with a cute little nickname for me. He's like, come in, my little trucker. Tell me to back my rig up. I'm like, boop, 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 boop. I'll get ready to take that stuff off because I know what he wants. And he's like, no, leave that. Wait a minute. Is my husband gay? Guys, I need to go make a phone call. My name's Ben Ledbetter.